Welcome back to my channel and welcome to one of my favorite videos of the month, my BoxyCharm unboxing for November. What's in the box? If you happen to be new to my channel or you just can't remember how I do my BoxyCharm unboxings, I have a twist on how I do so many of these videos. Yes, I open all of these boxes for you because I get 3. I tell you everything I got. I do long wear tests, or as long as I can, depending on how shipping goes, but I also go online and let you know what other actual users of these products are saying. Because what I say about the products is really how I feel, but there are a variety of ways to interpret makeup, skincare, tools, everything that we get in these awesome boxes. And as a Boxy babe that does get PR, I need to remind you that the link below is an affiliate link. You do not have to use it if you don't want to, but I always like to think of it as like tipping your fellow YouTuber for doing a ton of research and work for you behind the scenes to make it easier for you to decide, do you want these products? I love getting a box every month from my PR so I can gift to you guys too. And yes, there is a giveaway in this box, and there is a really coveted item in the giveaway this month that I know a lot of you have reached out to me wanting to know what I got. Stay tuned to be sure to watch all of the videos so you know exactly what is coming your way. And this is a really good giveaway this month. I am super excited for you and me this month. I'm going to be putting some more information about BoxyCharm in the description down below. But without further ado, we need to dive into this because this is 3 boxes and these are longer videos. So I always tell my friends, grab a tea, grab a snack, get comfy, because we are in for the ride together with this deep dive with BoxyCharm. The first box I received was one of the base boxes. I do get 2 base boxes, one I pay for and one BoxyCharm sends me, and a premium box. That's the one I was waiting for to do this video for you. But I did have some time to really play with the products I got in one of the first boxes. The theme this month is Harvest, which is super appropriate for the fall season. And I'm gonna start this with something that I'm still feeling my way through. I've tried using this a few different ways, and it is a piece of skincare. This is the Earth Harbor Naturals Helios Anti-Pollution Youth Ampoule. I can't say fancy words, you guys know. If you guys hear me a little raspy this morning, it was down in the 50s this morning in Florida. It's like it just drastically was like, hey, you want some fall? Here you go. So my body is still trying to keep up, and Penny is none too happy. She has been yelling at me to turn up the heat outside. I'm like, I can't. And I know you guys in the Midwest where I'm from are like, 50s, girl, try being in the 30s where we've been at night. I know. Back to the product. This product is supposed to restore antioxidants, balance pH, smooth fine lines and wrinkles. I tried it the first day the way I would normally most serums, but this formula is very oily, runny. Like you can just see I'm not pushing the dropper at all, and it is dropping like crazy. So it's almost like the dropper is useless, and it's a very smooth, movable product, but it definitely feels very oily, more oily than a lot of my other products that I've tried in the past. So this for me kind of also leaves a bit of a tack, and this for an oily skin combo-y girl, I don't know if this is going to be good for my skin. The first few days I tried it, I didn't really like it a lot, so I stayed away from it for a couple of days. And then I used it in a nighttime routine where I did 1 little drop here and 1 little drop here, rubbed it in, and then used another product that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. And then it seemed to do a bit better. The next day my skin wasn't as aggravated or trying to break out. So I still need to play with this some more, but I'm not too sure how my skin's going to do with this, if I'm going to be honest with you. I am curious what they're going to say online about this, simply because I feel like this could be kind of polarizing, but keep in mind, like I just said, that Florida's weather dropped dramatically, so I know my skin and hair is definitely still adjusting to that very drastic drop, because we were just in the 80s. Right now, we just hit 60. So, my skin is cranky. All right, as we're getting ready to do a deep dive into the online reviews, take a sip. Ooh, as I'm reviewing the products that are listed on the BoxyCharm website for some of these items, it looks like some stuff I got from last month is in this month's box if you didn't get it last month. So if you did get a few extra things, maybe check out my last video to see if maybe I have a deeper review for you. I'll link that above. Okay, so Isabella gave this 5 hearts and said, I did not expect to enjoy this, but I do. It feels great. See, this is why I do these kind of reviews, because sometimes what doesn't work for me will work so well for other people. Andrea just said she likes the texture of this, whereas I think it's a bit too oily for my skin. Sarah P said, OMG, this is a miracle worker. She said, it smells great, glides right onto my face, and I can't imagine my life without this product. Woo, that's an endorsement. My skin looks smooth, and I don't even need makeup. Oh my gosh, get it, girl, because I do. So Jamie is feeling my pain. She said, I love all natural products, but I have oily skin, and this only made my skin worse, and she gave it 3 hearts. That's where I'm at. I feel you, girl. Even though it's drier outside because the temps just dropped, this is still, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna need more time. Jacqueline said, at first, I was disappointed that I received this item. She thought, oh, another serum, she says. But no, I love this, she says. I love how the texture is thicker. I thought it was an oil, but it has a thicker consistency and it makes my face so soft. Definitely recommend. 5 heart. Kayla must have skin like mine because she said less than 1 heart. What even? Really? Did not like this. Maria said, it's silky. I work around smoke, so it makes me feel better about going to work and what my skin has to endure. My skin has been feeling super tight as well. Have you smelled anything so earthly and looking? Everybody loves the smell. I don't really know what that means. I think it smells kind of like rose, maybe a little. It smells great and it feels great, says Naria. 5 hearts. A lot of people are loving this. I think it just depends on if you have oily skin. I just came down to another review from Miriam that says, didn't use long enough to see much of a difference. I don't like how oily it felt. That's where I'm at the moment with this. But if you got this, let us know how you feel about it below, because a lot of people are showing this a lot of love. Now, because of that, I am super curious what people thought of this next product that, again, I'm still kind of feeling my way through. I could see a benefit for it now that it is getting colder, but it is a kind of messy product for me, so I'm still feeling my way through it. This is the Int Cosmetics Lip Oil. Int? Is it Int or INT? I've never heard of this brand. This is an $11 product, and it says this lip oil can be easily applied on the go or on top of lipstick for an added sheen. Again, another oil type product, so for an oily combo girl, that could be a me thing. But again, I feel like this is a very messy product. As I use it, like, it's really hard to get a small amount on the lips because it just kind of like drips everywhere, you can see. And the first few times I tried it, I thought, oh, that's no big deal. It's just a really full applicator right now. It'll be easier. But every time I tried to use it, it just didn't not drip. It didn't not make a mess anywhere, and it definitely went all over my face. And I definitely have breakouts around my lips right now. And I know that could be from some maskne, because I think we're all struggling with that at the moment. But I don't think this is helping my cause at all. It does have, as you can see, like this rosy red tint to it, so that's kind of nice if you're wanting a little bit of pigment from a lip oil. Oof, my hair is just not having it with this weather today. If it's flying all over the place, guys, it is, you know, crazy hair, don't care. Put this a little bit over what I got going right now, but this might be the easiest way to use it, is put it on your finger and then apply. I already had kind of like a glossy topper on, but it's okay. I don't know how much I'm going to reach for it because it is messy. I could see this getting all over your handbag, like popping it in a purse or your pocket or wherever you want to keep it. I could see this kind of making a mess, or at least when you're out and about trying to apply it. I don't know. I'm not in love with this just yet, so I'm super curious to see what the reviews are online for this, because if you have really dry lips, I could see you falling in love with this. Me? Nah. Okay, Stephanie B gave this 2 hearts and said very runny, but it smells good. What's the smell? Everybody remembers the smells. I never remember the smells unless they're like dramatic. It's okay. I don't really smell much. Maybe my smeller's broken. Feels great, says Courtney R. Love this product, says Crystal. Morgan J gave this about 4-ish hearts and said it's not bad. It feels nice at first, and a little bit of color is nice about it, but it feels kind of sticky as it starts to wear off. Let's see here. Ashley H said, a little goes a long way. It's kind of messy, but nice. So disappointed, says Morcar, but she doesn't tell us why she's disappointed. Makes my lips really soft, says Gabriella. Not my favorite lip product in the box, but it's okay. Nothing special, nothing bad to say either, says Jennifer M. Latanya says, if I could give this 0 stars, I would. This was a waste of time to even put on in November in a base box. Heck, I could have put on some veggie oil on my lips instead of this crap. Oh, she did not like that. Okay. And then Jenna right above her said, I love a lip oil for winter. So, you know, different strokes, different folks, like I said. I wouldn't buy it, not good, says Nancy R. Nikki P said, not a big fan of lip oils. However, this one felt great on the lips. This will be nice since we're just now entering those winter months. That's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm hoping I'm going to pull out this some more as, you know, winter continues. I'm not too sure though. So let me know your thoughts. All right, I'll be 1000% honest with you. What I didn't like about this particular base box is that I got 2 products that I thought were extremely similar. So I just got that product here, and then I also got something from Jouer Cosmetics. This is a lip enhancer infused with good-for-you clean ingredients. This lip enhancer offers a smooth, silky formula that will protect from your lips from environmentally damaging elements while providing long-lasting hydration. This is a $17 value. So I felt like this is kind of like too similar for back-to-back product. I've used both of these products off camera, but I definitely put this on today on camera for you for these inserts. However, I used it after I did my base face because I always have like foundation lips after that. So I kind of wanted to give my lips a little love before I put on makeup. That's kind of how I used this today because I wouldn't want to put just this on for a face of makeup because I got a lot of stuff here. I don't know if I'd ever spend $17 on an essential lip enhancer, so it's kind of nice getting it from BoxyCharm. I just kind of didn't like getting 2 similar-ish products in the box. I think it is very nice and hydrating. I found that I've been using it more in the evenings after I take off all of my makeup just to kind of like lounge around the house, watch some TV or something, so that's kind of nice. I could see you putting this in your handbag too. It's nothing like that I need to go too in depth with, I feel, so let's just kind of see what a few online reviews are. Patty said when she first read enhancer, she thought that meant it was going to be a lip plumper, and she was kind of annoyed about that. So as soon as she saw that it was for just conditioning and moisturizing, she tried it on and loved it. She said it's not too sticky and it's perfect for winter. I do agree, it's not sticky. It's more of a smooth, hydrating formula. Tiffany said, I love this. It's not sticky or greasy, and I am a chapstick addict, so I was happy to receive that. That's it. I've told you guys before, I have a lot of chapsticks in my house, so I always try to have lip butters and things like that on hand. So I was kind of excited to get these, but not 2 back-to-back in the same box. But this one I like more than this one. This one was pretty messy and more of an oil that I couldn't wear with makeup. This is, well, I could wear with makeup, but it's harder. This I can wear as just kind of like a hydrating piece. Sarah H said, the formula is very thick, so I tend to use it at night before I go to sleep. Yep, I think the product serves its advertised purpose, but I'm not sure how this was much different from other lip moisturizers. I feel you. Yeah, this is nice. It's nothing bad. It's just something that I was kind of like, okay, one more nice thing for the winter months. Moving on. I am super duper 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 excited. Could you tell I'm excited? To let you know that I did receive a Natasha Denona mini eyeshadow palette. Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts about this ahead of time, and then we're going to go into the deep dives here. But I was really excited to get this, and I was hoping against hope that this would be in the giveaway too in my second box, and I'm going to tell you right now it is. I've kind of started collecting a lot of the goodies right here in this other box for you, and it is in the giveaway. It is the Peak Natasha Denona Peak 5 eyeshadow palette. So I think they're all doing the same one this month, so I'll let you know some more goodies in here in just a minute, but just so you know, this particular item is in the giveaway. I have been very curious about Natasha Denona for years, and yes, I do have one of their $65 palettes, but I always heard from many of the other influencers online that these smaller palettes were different and they weren't maybe as nice a quality as the bigger palettes, the $100 palettes. I don't have one of those, so I couldn't even begin to compare that, but I do have one of the $65 palettes. But because I had heard from a variety of places online that these smaller palettes weren't as good, I was really curious how this was going to work because, like I said, I have a $65 one that I really enjoy. There's a few patchy pieces in the $65 one, but overall it's a really nice palette. So this I was kind of curious about. This is the eyeshadow piece that I have used the absolute most with all of these boxes. So I have more intel about this item than probably some of the other stuff I'm going to talk about for eyeshadows in just a minute. I used this today on camera so you guys could see some of the application that I was dealing with. I started my eye look a lot of days with this very cream shade here. It is really beautiful. It is very buttery. I like this one a lot, but I love laying down my lid with a good skin tone cream base for me, because then I can go anywhere I want with the rest of my eye look. It's beautiful. It's very smooth. And with a brush, it applied awesome. So I went on to the next shade, and a lot of times I would do a couple different looks off camera, but I did go into this pink shade here to kind of start just the crease, kind of start building some color in there. And that's where I think this color does a pretty good job. I would suggest taking your time, because these do take time to blend, to add to get that full pigment color to it, because at first it can look a little choppy and it can look a little bit like, okay, that's not quite where I want it. I got it here, but I also want it here. So you're gonna need to take some time with that. The brown shade is a shade I've used a lot as well for the outer corner and up into the crease a little bit lower down. This one is even a little bit more choppy, but nothing you can't work with. It's just finding the right brush that works for your eye shape with the right amount of fluff and a right amount of angle, and just blend. I love some of my Luxe brushes. I love the Moda Pro brushes. I do have a link for that below if you are curious. It is an affiliate link. I use a lot of these type of brushes in my eye looks because I know they work well with my eye shape and they blend other formulas smoothly. This redder orangey tone here is really nice. I used it off camera on a different day and it is really pretty, but it is very powerful compared to some of the other shadows, so I needed to have a nice balance between those. This shimmer is gorgeous. This is the shimmer that is on my lids today. This is the shimmer that I have worn the most on my lids since receiving this, because it is stunningly beautiful. I personally prefer to use shimmers to their best ability with a finger. That's Nichole thing. If you prefer a wet brush, you do you, whatever works. Some people just prefer a dry brush because they don't want that much shimmer. I happen to like a lot of shimmer on this face. So I go in with a finger, each corresponding finger to the lid, and then pressing it on, kind of packing it in there, and then taking brushes from whatever shades I used on my crease to blend things out, because I really like everything to look smooth and even. And you can absolutely achieve that. I got this look today. I did use a little bit of the other palette that I'm going to be talking about, but most of this eye look today is this palette, and I've used this one, like I said, the most. So I know you can absolutely work with this. Are you going to get some patchiness? Possibly. Yeah, but is it something that you can work through and make it look nice? Absolutely. You just need to take your time and use the right types of brushes. I think this is a really nice small mini Natasha Denona, but keep in mind, if you're thinking that this is going to be like the bigger palettes as in formula wise, I have heard from so many sources that these are different. And I can also say that as someone who owns the $65 one. Hold on. The other palette that I do have here is the Sunrise palette. Again, this is a $65 palette, not the $100 and something palette. I've heard those are even like another level tier. I don't know, I've never had one. Most of these shades are really good, but there are some in here that are a little bit patchier and you need to take your time to blend. So I think that's why I was somewhat familiar when it came to these. But these are very, very pigmented, whereas I feel like these may require a little bit more adding, a little bit more work, but nothing you can't use and really enjoy. I was also curious if I could get a variety of eye looks from just this small 5-piece, and I have been able to do that. Like if all I wanted to do was go in with this cream shade, jump into this pink shade, and just have a little bit of shimmer, then it's a nice rosy look. If I want to use this nude shade with this brown shade, I can get a very neutral look. And then I can also pop a little bit of this shimmer either on the lids or in the inner corner, or not at all and just stick to the mattes. Or if you want to go really punchy and like springy or warm tone, you could get into this shade, and this shade, whatever you want. You can actually do a lot of different looks with it to a degree. You could definitely get more looks than you think with just a 5-pan. So I thought that was really nice. But I don't want you to think the formula is the exact same. So because if you do have some skipping or you notice you need to do some work, the next level up of the $65 and $100 something palettes are apparently even better formula. So just keep that in mind if you've been like eyeballing something that maybe you wanted to get yourself or someone for Christmas or your birthday, or just because it's Tuesday and we can do whatever we want. These aren't exactly the same formula, but they are still nice. I do want to reiterate that. So let's see what other people are saying online. This already has over 10,000 reviews on their website, and it has at least 4.5, little bit more hearts. So I think people are just really excited to see such a name brand in the base box. Can we also just take a minute to appreciate this is not in a luxe, this is not in a premium, this is in a base box. But I do know not everybody got it, so I know there's a little bit of some people online being like, man, why didn't I get it? I understand, especially when it's in the base box. It's so exciting. First review here is from Rose, and she was like, I did not get this in my box. BoxyCharm, you have failed me again. She's very upset. I understand. Okay, so Mary F just gave this 5 hearts and said, super excited to get Natasha Denona. I've wanted to try her eyeshadows for years. Love the colors too. Super easy to work with. That's why I wanted to make a little bit more mention in this part of the video about this eyeshadow palette, because if this is your first introduction to Natasha Denona, I just want you to know that there are other levels too of the formulas. Okay, see right here, Anna said, I love the colors, but they didn't blend well for me, so she gave it a little over 4 hearts. That's kind of why I'm letting you know. Just take your time, maybe try some different brushes. You're actually going to see me in the footage also switching up brushes while I'm using these, because I started to realize where I wanted to go with it. The brush I was using from Luxie wasn't getting it, so I think I went into a Moda Pro brush that was fluffier, that I could really start to blend and marry, but then also pull away some pigment if I needed to, if it got a little too bold in spots. You got to do a little bit of work with this one. I like the color, says Leanne. Love, love, love these beautiful colors. These shadow colors are my go-tos in the palette, says Isabel. I have mixed feelings on this, says Emily. Super excited to get Natasha Denona, but I feel like these colors are a horrible fit for my light complexion. They make me look muddy. If I would have gotten different colors, it would have been a 5 rating for me. I think this may be the only one they're giving out, but I could be wrong. Let me know if you got something different. Cassandra said a little over 4 hearts. It's a nice palette, great colors, not wowed, but happy with it. Sabrina H gave this 2 hearts and said not really a fan. This is a pretty basic color combo, and most people would already have these shades. Also hard to blend without the right base. Keep that in mind. I did prime my eyes today with my normal concealer, powders, things like that, but I do have some other stuff I'm gonna be getting into in a little bit, but I do always prime my eyes with concealer. I do want to mention that, and some powders. Juan said definitely my new favorite palette. Jessica F said it's okay, 3 hearts. The colors go well together, but the packaging and the look of the box are cheap looking, and it feels cheap. Overall decent pigmentation. So I guess she didn't like the packaging. Oh, because the box also came in. I was surprised that it came in this kind of box where it's like a little cardboard box, but I just throw that away. I don't care. Don't throw it away. Recycle it. I meant recycle. Lots of neighbor activity outside, guys, so sorry if you're hearing a lot of stuff going on. Michelle A gave this 5 hearts and said, I love this palette. Hands down one of the best things I've ever gotten from BoxyCharm. Realistic, flattering colors that I can wear every day while I do average things like go to work. I'm so sick of getting cosmetics made for the nightclub. I'm 40 and I don't do clubs. Great fall vibes, perfect palette for fall, so pigmented and gorgeous. This is getting so much love online, and I love it too. I just wanted to make sure you guys kind of knew the full backstory that I could give you. So now we can move on to the next. Something else that is going in the giveaway for you guys from this box is some Audiography Eye Pencil Duo. The MSRP on this is $16. These are supposed to be smooth coconut oil infused pencils to glide on without dragging on your delicate skin. And I do believe there are 2 colors in here. I'll just pull out the pencils so you can see the colors, because I wish they'd list them. This is called Black Walnut and this one is called Onyx. So these are 2 duo liners. And these are going in the giveaway for you. I don't really use liners a lot, so I thought I might as well give these away instead of keep them for myself, use them a couple times, and then not use them again. I think that is everything for the first box. So now let's go on to, Let's go on to the other base box because I've got some other goodies in there to tell you that I have been wearing, and I think there's a lot of good giveaway stuff in there too. So let's jump in and then we'll go to the premium box. I already let you guys know that the Natasha Denona palette is definitely in there for the giveaway, but I'm also going to be putting something into the giveaway that I think anybody that's a skincare lover would love. I have so many skincare items that this is the time of year I just want to give back to you guys more than ever. This is the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. This is a $70 MSRP value, which I was super excited to be able to put in the giveaway for you. This is supposed to deeply quench the delicate eye area with this nourishing cream. A blend of hyaluronic and algae extract seal in moisture. Helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and restore smoothness. Gentle enough for sensitive skin. I have so many skincare items, guys, that I'm having a hard time going through them myself. So I wanted to gift this to one of you guys. In the giveaway it goes. Something else that is in the giveaway is something else I talked about in the first box. It is the Jouer Lip Enhancer. You get a fresh one too. So there's 2 items in this box that I have tried for you. And this morning and the morning that I got this box, I had a full conversation with myself because I was getting this highlighter palette and I was like, man, do I want to use this? Because I'm about to do a huge declutter with you guys, and this is a big, bulky baby. This is the Beauty Creations Cali Glow Highlighter Palette. This has an MSRP of $14.99, and no matter what the card said, I just kept staring at this going, okay, you have a lot of highlighters, like a lot of highlighters, and you have a tiny beauty space, and I'm getting ready to do this year-end purge with you guys in an upcoming video that I've already started pulling stuff aside for, and I was like, is this just going to end up in a declutter video? Before I'd even touched it, I was like, maybe you should put it in the giveaway. Maybe you shouldn't. So I had this full conversation with myself. Ooh, this is a big palette. I don't know if I have room in my beauty drawer. These colors are nice, but can I use them? I don't know if I should use it or not. But what if you use it and then you love it? And if you don't use it, you'll never know, and then you'll miss out. True, that has happened before, but what if I use it and don't like it? That's happened a lot before too. Yeah, but you want to try it. You know you want to try it. I mean, yeah, I want to try it, but at the same time, it's really big and bulky. The color scheme, I'm a little unsure about. What's to be unsure about? This color looks a lot like Champagne Pop that you love. This one looks like some of those warmer tones from Ophir that you love. And a warm one like this, you've definitely worn on the body. And in the summer, I have seen you put it everywhere on your body and your face and your shoulders. I think I've even seen you put it on your legs. True. You make good points. But what if I don't like it? What if it takes up a lot of room and we're already having to do a declutter that you're planning for right now? You know this. It's highlighter. It's not that serious. Stick it on your face. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. I had to know. I had to try it because these shades do look beautiful. I can tell you, I think this glow is gorgeous, and I am so glad I just went out on a limb and tried these because as far as the packaging went and the name of the brand went, I honestly didn't know how I would feel. I didn't know this as on top of mind as being one of those brands that you're like, oh girl, yes, you want to try that highlighter. And when you have such a small curated collection that you're trying desperately this year to keep curated, I just didn't know if I should keep it, but I'm so glad I tried it. I think the glow on the face is gorgeous. I think the glow on the body is gorgeous. I don't have any of the like shimmers that I normally like to put on before I come on camera with you guys. I don't have any of that on today. It is literally this highlighter palette, and I love it so much. I will make room in a tiny beauty space for this because that was my honest to goodness struggle when I was trying to decide what to do. I think it goes on really smoothly. I feel like the shades complement my skin tone, but I also feel like it's got some versatility to it, so as my skin gets warmer or cooler, I've got options. And the formula is really nice. I didn't think that I was going to be as impressed with this as I genuinely am. We've gotten some stuff from Beauty Creations before that were more like lip products that I just wasn't in love with. So I think that was the other factor for me, was trying to decide, is this a brand that I want to invest my space and time in as far as a face product goes? Because I don't really think I've ever gotten anything from Beauty Creations that I can think of that was a face product that wasn't like a lipstick or maybe like a lip liner or an eyeliner. So this really impressed me and really made me go, oh, I'm gonna pay more attention to you next time I see you in one of these boxes. And again, $14.99, that is a great price value. And I'm putting all these swatches on my fingers so you can kind of see next to my skin tone how I can make all of these work. And I'm actually wearing all of these shades today. I combined these two for the face. This is on the body. I think I've even put some of this in an eye look. I like it. Let's see if anybody else likes it or if I'm just crazy. I think it just looks so smooth. This one does remind me of Champagne Pop a bit. It really does, but not in a way that I feel like it's a dupe, because in a tiny house, I don't want any dupes. I already know I love my Champagne Pop from Becca, and I have it. So I like that this has enough dimension and difference to it that it's still cool toned, and then I can warm it up with some goodness down here. It's just really nice, and I'm really genuinely shocked that I like it as much as I do. Looks like there was a lot of beauty creations in the box this month too. There's some eyeshadow palettes. Tell me if you got one of those eyeshadow palettes. How do you like it? Apparently you can buy this Cali Glow palette if you are doing any of the pop-up stuff for $4. And it's still available. It still has an add to cart button while I'm looking at these reviews. So if you feel like you need this, don't get it if you don't need it or if you don't really want it. Don't do it just because you're in the hype right now with me, because I do like it. But if you think you'll use it or give it away for Christmas, okay, the first two, okay, I get really real with you guys about my reviews, but I'm also really real with you about the customer reviews. The first two are 1 hearts, so don't hit that buy button yet if you didn't get it. Let me read some of this stuff to you. Oh, Katrina just said mine arrived broken and it smells cheap. What is with the smell? Everybody's obsessed with smells. I don't smell anything. Cheap packaging says Mary, 1 heart. Chalky, all over shimmery highlights, an absolute pass for me. See, I don't think this is chalky. I've got some in there that are chalky that I use for like assisted products that are colorful, but this I don't think is chalky. I think this goes really well with my skin and it blends. But again, that's skin texture, that's skin preference, you know, makeup stuff. That's why I do these deep dives. Isabella, the 3rd review, said beautiful, great quality, super happy, 5 hearts. Love this product, cute little palette, does the job. Debbie W gave it 1 heart, less than 1 heart, and said, blah, beauty creation is so crapo. See, that's kind of why I was on the fence, but then I tried it and I'm loving it. Tina doesn't understand if these are bronzers, like shimmery bronzers because of the color tone. And I'll be honest, when I opened this, I thought maybe it'd be too deep toned for me, but once I put them on, they're not. Better than I expected. Awesome pigmentation, says Chastity. Pretty color, says Savannah. Love it, such a beautiful palette, says Mara Carmen. Someone said they don't want another highlighter palette. Again, that was part of my process too. I understand. Oh, Justine's mad that she got this and not the Natasha Denona palette. Okay, I could see that being part of the reason that she's giving this a low score. But this is a good quality for me. Maybe not for everybody, but for me, I thought this was, I think it's cute. Beautiful sparkly glow, says Brooke. I didn't care for this, says Leslie. So different strokes, different folks. If you got this, did this impress you? Or are you like, I don't like it? I'm genuinely shocked I like it as much as I do. Okay, something else that I tried is an item of makeup I don't generally enjoy or remember to use because, as I said a little bit ago, I do prime my eyes before I come on camera or before I put on any kind of eyeshadow, but I usually use my go-tos, which are concealers and powders. I got this from Alamar, and for some reason, I really wanted to try it. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Pero Primo Primer, Long Wearing Tacky Pigment Base. And what that means is But First Primer is the name in Spanish. I actually liked this, and that kind of surprised me, but I need to play with it more. I've only been able to use it once, and it was with a brand new eyeshadow palette, and one of the two wasn't working well with the other as much as I was hoping. What I do like about this is that it is not white, and it comes out more of a skin tone, at least for me, and then it is very smooth when you're applying it, very smooth, and then it kind of stays a little tacky, but then I just kind of started with some powders, started with some eyeshadows, and the bases went on pretty well. For me, this was a brand new eyeshadow palette, and I don't know if it's this or the eyeshadow palette. So today I did not use this intentionally so I could go into 2 different eyeshadow palettes and kind of play a little bit more. This is a $15 value, and they say this is a water-based primer designed to glue eyeshadow in place to maximize color and pearl dimension. It's water resistant and wear resistant. It also works as a glitter glue, which is probably another reason I was like, ooh, I do have a glitter glue that's getting old, so this could replace that, which is nice. Mix with your favorite concealer to customize to the perfect primer shade. That's kind of what I did with this. I don't dislike this, but I need more time to play with it with shadows that I know how they perform. So stay tuned and be subscribed so you don't miss out when I do an update about this little baby. I feel like my eyeshadow stayed on pretty well, but again, when you're trying new formula pieces all together, you kind of need to dissect a bit more. So I don't want to go too in depth on this in case I change my mind after I try it with stuff that I know and love. I've just not had enough time to play with it. So I'm going to go online and see what people are saying really quickly about this. Bobby gave this 5 hearts and said, love this. The consistency is amazing. Lots of products, Stacy. Oh, okay. So Amy said 1 heart, a little less than 1 heart. Absolute worst primer ever. It literally feels like glue on your skin and you can't even blend shadows on it. So it was a bit tacky. It's very kind of like tacky sticky. So I did powder down a bit and then played with it. I liked the color of this. And I liked how I could use this as a glitter glue. So maybe I'm just thinking in the future ways I'm going to use it because I knew with a new palette it was going to be like, could go great, could not be, and you don't know which one it is. It's very sticky and hard to blend on, says Anna. That's what I have. That's my problem with all eyeshadow primers, I feel like. Most of them I think are sticky because of my skin type. Usually don't use products like this, says Giovanna. Me either. Too sticky and hard to blend on, says Jessica. Just not for me, says Renee. Crystal said, I liked this. Feels light, but kept the color on to the end. Too sticky. That's what I'm wondering, if it's a too sticky of a product. Because even on my hands now, I even wiped it off, and there's still some tack to it, which could be good if you're trying to put down a glitter glue, or if you have drier skin and maybe that doesn't bother. If anything, it helps. That would be cool. I think for my skin type, I'm going to have to play with this. Okay, so that is everything in those base boxes. Now we're getting into the premium box. So I think I let you guys know last month that I got something from the Grown Alchemist, and this was a moisturizer that I told you was matte, and I was actually really enjoying having a matte moisturizer from BoxyCharm. And this month I got another product that I think other people got last month. So I'm finding now, I think that BoxyCharm is kind of rolling out products kind of like, if you didn't get it last month, you may get it this month, and it's like this weird one-off. So again, if I've gotten something last month that you got this month, check out last month's video because I go in depth with all of these. The one I got this month has a $125 MSRP value, and I was like, but why? Why is that expensive? Let me do some digging for you. So I have gotten to try this product once, but since it's skincare, I do need longer amount of time to play with it. It looks like it's in this little black paint tube. Again, I like to think of these as kind of like old school toothpaste medicinal things that our grandparents used too. This is the Grown Alchemist Detox Night Cream Peptide 3 Echinacea Reishi Extract. I don't know if I'm saying that one word right. This advanced detoxifying night cream is formulated with a complex blend of peptides, echinacea, vitamins, hyaluronic acid, and essential omega fatty acids. They detox and regenerate the skin, reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, resulting in a radiant, youthful looking skin. I am all about that. If anything, I feel like 2020 is aging me, so I'm all about trying to be youthful. I tried this in the evening. I tried this along with that really oily serum from Helios. So after I washed all my makeup off, I did a couple of drops of this, let it sit, and then before I went to bed, I used this. It felt nice kind of going on. It comes out white, kind of like a toothpaste, but it's very creamy when you put it on. It does have a scent to it, so I'm sure I'm going to read something about scents. If I'm smelling it, there's definitely going to be comments about a scent. It smells... I feel like Adam made a comment about the smell when I was putting it on, but I can't remember what he said. Kind of smells medicinal, I suppose, in a way, but nothing that's like too crazy for me. But if it's not crazy for me, I could see other people being like, what is that smell? I put this on, and then the next morning when I went to kind of go wash my face, it honestly felt like my face had almost been dermaplaned because I have a lot of peach fuzz, and it felt very much like a seal. It felt very slick. It felt, I could see some people that don't have oily combo skin maybe saying it dries out their skin a bit. I could see that being a thing. I only used this once, like I said, but even the next morning after that, like the next day, my skin still felt that way. So I don't even know if you would need to use this daily. Again, it's skincare, so you kind of need to give this a longer amount of time. So I'm still kind of playing around with this. So I'm really curious what other people are going to say about this. I do, like I said, really enjoy the moisturizer that is matte that I received from this brand a month ago. So I am willing to put in the time and effort into this to see, do I like this too? Really curious what people are going to say. I'm anticipating a lot of smell conversations, but I'm wondering if people have actually gotten to try it longer than me to give a little bit more in depth of a review. Emily D said, this stuff is wonderful. Caroline E said, she said 4 hearts because I love skincare. I have used every night since receiving. I don't know if it's working, but a little goes a long way. The packaging is very disappointing. A tube like this made of metal allows for so much product to get trapped in the tube and not be able to utilize it as it gets closer to being used up. Epic fail for the company for charging $125 for this small tube. In my mind, then that must mean like they know what they're doing if they're that into the skincare and they've got all of this in-depth ingredients into it. I'm wondering if it's in this type of packaging for a reason that commoners like me wouldn't understand, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I know sometimes with skincare you need it in like darker packaging too, so nothing can affect what's inside of it. Maybe there's a reason for this type of packaging, or maybe it's just their branding. I honestly haven't done enough investigating to know. Feels very hydrating, says Madison. People are really stuck on this tube look. I guess people are very used to high-end products looking super luxe, because Christina gave this 3 hearts and said, I would never pay $125 for this tube. In this day and age, unfortunately, packaging is really a big factor. Love this product, says Katrina. Feels very smooth on the skin. Has a fragrance, but I actually enjoy the smell of it. This is a good item for a premium box for the value. I'm still trying to decide if I love it or not, says Rebecca. Patty P said, obsessed. 5 hearts. I read not too long ago that you don't really need a night cream in your routine, but this has changed everything. Casey W gave this 5 hearts and said, has a medicine smell or tea tree something, very earthy, but oh man, this works. The moisture was amazing, and this is from, and this, and for a woman in her 30s like me, is perfect. I will buy more while in the pop-up because wow, $125 a tube? Can't afford that. I've never tried this brand before, says Monica, and now I found a new favorite. Makes my skin feel very smooth, and I love it. Janet H says, love this. Has a slight medicinal smell, but it works well. I use it on my aging neck, and I can see a difference. Ooh, yes, I need to use this on my neck and my décolletage. Anna gave this 2 hearts, kind of complaining about the price, but said, this felt very heavy on my skin, and I found nothing about it that really excited me. I will try it for a few days. But I feel like this could make my skin break out because for her, it feels very heavy. It does go, a little goes a long way, so I try to just use a little bit as I go, and kind of like with the retinoid serums that I have gotten from BoxyCharm in the past, stuff like this, always go in a little bit lighter at first because you never know how your skin's going to react to something new. So I always try to just gradually add more or do what I need to as the days progress. See, Nichole said this has broken her out every time she's used it. She doesn't understand the price point. Overall, this has 4.5 hearts. So be subscribed, stay tuned, because I'll probably give you an update very soon. Let's talk about some more giveaway goodies, shall we? Because there are a lot to be had here. I almost kept this for myself, and then I literally am going through a lot of my collection right now, seeing what I need to declutter, and I realized how many face palettes I have. So even though I think this is really pretty, I would again rather give this to you guys, and I think this could look gorgeous on someone. This is the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powders palette. All right, I'm gonna open it up so you can see why I was standing here for a while just staring at it going, oh, I want to put this on my face, but I have so many face palettes. Again, I'm putting together a huge bag of stuff to declutter that I'm gonna go with you guys before the end of the year, that may even come this month. I've got so many face palettes because this is stunning. White packaging here. This is really nice. I've had some face products from Pure before that I loved, and I was really digging these. I was like, these are gorgeous. This is in the medium tan color story though, so keep that in mind. I even did a quick like peruse before I even did this video when I was thinking about keeping this, and it had some really good reviews too, so it's in the giveaway. Along with, these are some cosmetic skincare brush sets valued at $25. There are 2 in here. One is supposed to take cleansing to the next level with this embossed brush designed for gentle exfoliation and deep, effective pore cleansing. And the other one is for like adding some skincare to your skin. It's like this like textured spatula. Super cool. This is in the giveaway. Something that I asked for in my premium box. I, at this moment, need more time to play with it because I'm unfortunately a little disappointed in it. This is the Illamasqua. Is that how we've decided to say this? Illamasqua. I feel like I'm saying like some kind of bougie soda, because at the end you go, ah, Illamasqua. I'm weird, I know. Packaging feels super luxe. And then when you open it, you have this little insert that tells you all the names of the shades here. And this is the Unveiled Artistry palette. This is a nice neutral palette, and I let you guys know that's really where my heart is right now. It's just kind of doing easy breezy and go makeup. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? As far as the choice goes, I had never tried an Illamasqua eyeshadow palette, so why not? I tried this on camera for you yesterday, and again, that was when I was also trying the Int Cosmetics primer. So I don't know which was making this a little less exciting than I was hoping it would be. It could be because this was feeling kind of sticky. So I'm gonna have to do some investigating here a little bit more. I did some of this today with my eye look along with the Natasha Denona palette without that primer to kind of see how things would play. And it was just kind of like accenting like for the under eye and kind of doing the rim a little bit around my eyes. So I liked that today. This is a $50 value too, because these are supposed to be 12 highly pigmented powder shadows in satin, matte, and metallic shimmers. Each one delivers a color-intense finish, allowing you to create a number of unique nude looks for natural, everyday smoky eyes, and that's where a lot of us are right now, is kind of that more natural face. I've been gravitating a lot to these down here, and then these shimmers up here, but after I did those inserts for you the other day, I honestly ended up going over the top of it throughout the day playing with other makeup, just because I just kept staring at it going, I'm not very impressed. But again, that was when I was trying that primer. Putting some swatches on my hand here, and even the swatches, and did I put anything else on my hand? You know what? I have been putting skincare and stuff on this hand. I'm a righty. The shimmers that I was using too were nice, but I have nicer. I don't even know if you could see that right now. So I'm gonna need a little bit more time to play with this guy. And again, this is why I do online reviews, to have a little bit more knowledge. Ooh, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Out of 1,200 plus reviews, almost 1,300 reviews, this does have 4.5 hearts. So I need some more time to play with this without a primer, kind of just doing a regular everyday look. And I'll get back to you probably in a faves and fails before I get to you in a quarterly review. And I do quarterly reviews. I have one coming up really soon. I actually need to set aside some time to film one of those soon. So be subscribed and hit the bell so you can hear even more in depth about past 3 months boxes. A lot of goodies. Okay, so Carolyn said 3 hearts. I was really excited for this palette, and I am always on the hunt for a matte nudes. And this looked like this could fit the bill. Yeah, I agree with you. Nope. The colors are very yellowy orange, except for the 2 darkest nudes, which are very pink, and they don't complement each other, and the shimmers are like Kool-Aid. They are basically all the same and don't do much to help the palette. This is definitely, there is definitely fallout. There is. Not a ton, but there is. And usually the sign of a quality palette. Formula is nice and soft, and you don't need a ton. Just the color scheme is so off. Okay, so she's not vibing with this with her skin. I appreciate the in-depth review, Carolyn. Okay, Rebecca said, I thought I would love this, but the matte colors are too yellow-orange. Okay, so she's saying the same thing. For my everyday colors and my complexion, the glitters are too gold. I was a little thrown off because I was really excited for these 2 shimmer shades, and they weren't looking right either on my lids. But again, I didn't know if it was because of the primer. Let's try this hand because I don't have anything on this one. These are so pretty. They go on smooth and blend well. Nice pigment, and I really love this palette, says Jennifer M. Sandy said, meh, 3 hearts. I already have all of these colors in so many other palettes. Would be nice for someone to come out with something new. Formula seems nice, but not one I'm going to wind up using. See, I picked this even though I know I have some neutrals in my collection because I wanted to try this formula. And you can already see just from my swatches, there's definitely some fallout kind of popping out. I like that this is a cruelty-free brand. I want to like this, so I need more time. Trisha is making an observation I had too. I really like this palette, she said. The transition shades on the bottom are barely different, but the shimmer shades are so beautiful it makes up for it. On my lids, even though they kind of look different in person, and if you can see it here on camera, they do look very similar on your skin. But again, I need to play with this some more. I've only gotten to play with it once, and it had something else underneath it that could have been affecting this. So stay tuned and be subscribed. Another eyeshadow I got was not something I even knew was a possibility to get, and it's a Dose of Colors single. So singles are not my favorite personally, simply because I'm worried I'm going to forget. And when I first realized what this was, I was like, you know what, this might be a great little giveaway for someone that wants to try Dose of Colors, because I have recently learned I do like Dose of Colors, because I really like this Baked Browns that I got from a BoxyCharm. Thank you, BoxyCharm. I'm trying to pull it up here, but I'm honestly petrified to even open this up for you right now, because as you're gonna see in the clips, this is a messy bee. This got everywhere just by opening it because it was broken. And I tried packing it all back down, and it still just keeps crumbling apart. I think because it's a metallic and it's not wanting to kind of go back. Oh, I didn't realize there were multiple colors. I got the green shade, and oh, there's 6 options. Looks like there's some golds, there's some more neutrals. Okay, I got the green one. Oh, man, I guess I'll open it. I'm gonna clean this up. I just don't want to get it on my laptop. Ugh, ugh. Okay, oh God, it's already coming off the edges. I have cleaned this up 3 or 4 times now, and I've tried to press it back down. It is not having it. And it could be because mine's broken, and I'm going to have that disclaimer out there, but it's very chunky. Oh, how am I going to do this? Hold on. Hold on. And when I try to do a swatch or Ruski on myself, it looks like it's got some gold flecks, which is really pretty, but then it looks almost black in a lot of the light. And then when I applied it to my lids, and pretty much the outer corner where I like to do some dimension on my very round eyes, I personally kept thinking it was super patchy, but again, it could be because I'm working with a product that's very crumbly, because it keeps falling apart no matter how much I try to press it back together. It's just been a mess, if I'm gonna be honest. This kind of gives you the idea here, like in my viewfinder, this looks almost black with green reflective and gold reflective pieces to it. But it's definitely not something I would reach for a lot, and it's already a single that I'm not going to remember, you know? So this was a little more of a disappointment for me, and then as you try to blend, you can kind of see what it does. It kind of patches and Again, I'm going to do the disclaimer that this could be because it was broken, and maybe if it came intact, it would be smooth and perfect. All right, let's see here. Jennifer, super pretty color that she received. Nice to have around the holidays. See, I thought that about that green too. But then after I was done filming those bee clips for you to kind of like show you what they look like, I went into some of my other greens, and I have better greens that I think work better on my skin. Carolyn said, meh, really? An eyeshadow single and a premium box? Yeah, what is the price on this? This is a $20 single that I'm probably going to throw away. Mine is in the color Jackpot. I just saw it on the back. And in theory, you know, green's popular right now. I was gonna be excited, but it's almost like a black green with some gold flecks. That's how I would describe it. It's a good shadow, just too dark, says Emily D. I wonder if she got the same one I did. Very pretty amount of glitter, says Madison. The color doesn't look anything like the photo. I won't be using this color. I also expect more than a single eyeshadow in a premium box, says Rebecca. Rebel just said, beautiful shade, great formula. Now I just want more colors. Not really a fan of single shadows because I forget them. It's a really pretty color though, and a great application, says Nichole W. So I'm glad to hear if it comes intact. It probably is a good formula. Ooh, someone got a taupe with some shimmer in it. I would have liked that more than this. Chrissy got Jackpot. Let's see what she says. I received Jackpot, which is almost black with green gold shimmer. Okay, she feels me. I'm not wrong then. I'm not crazy. This shadow was patchy and had a lot of fallout. Mine was patchy too, as you can see in the clips, but I thought it was because it was broken and I had a hard time getting everything back together. But it's pretty when you get it to work. I would never pay $20 for this, even though the package is beautiful. It still mystifies me as to why there is a mirror in a single shadow. I can't open mine up too much for you to notice, but yeah, there's a mirror in here. I'm only rating this so high so I can hopefully get more shadows in my box, but I would honestly give this only 3 hearts. Fair. This isn't my favorite one in the box, so I'm just going to kind of move on and let you know. So I have tried this brand before with BoxyCharm years ago. We're talking my first 6 months, 8 months on YouTube reviewing BoxyCharm, and we got... that's when we only had the base boxes. We didn't get all fancy with these options, and I was definitely not on any PR. No one knew who I was. I probably had like 100 subscribers, and we started getting Real Her, and I was obsessed with the mission behind this company because Real Her, and this is a lip duo, I didn't even get into what I had yet because I was so excited to tell you about Real Her, is this brand that really tries to uplift anyone who's using their products. Like, their product colors were called You Are Beautiful, I Am Confident, I Am Fierce. And I was so excited about that. But all of the products I was getting from them, especially an eyeshadow palette, I did not like it. It was just like, it didn't come up. I think they gave me a lipstick that also literally took 2 hours to dry down. That was supposed to be, I think, a matte lipstick. It was just crazy. I can't even remember what they exactly were, but I had a love-hate with it because I loved the mission and I loved how they wanted women to feel. I loved the mission, I loved the brand, I loved how they were trying to make everyone that used their cosmetics feel, but I felt like they really needed to take some more time to work on their formulas and what they were putting out, because I just didn't have anything from this brand that I liked. And so when I saw Real Her was back in the box, I was like, you know what, it has been years. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for you, Real Her. Let's make this happen. So this is a lip duo. The one I used today is in the shade I Am Confident, but I also got one called Be Yourself, and they are both, you know, this one is a nude shade that obviously I would love. This one is a bit more warm tone, so we could do like a red lip for the holiday season. And the names here are engraved on the side. The packaging is always pretty good with Real Her. And I was surprised, and pleasantly surprised, I guess I should say, that I really enjoyed this formula. I've been kind of using more of my Vintage by Jessica Libiskin lip liner that's a pencil that's pretty creamy. So it's been a while since I've used a retractable pencil, but I was really impressed with how this filled in my lips. This lined my lips well. It wasn't too creamy that it went all over the place, which is a big deal because sometimes creamy lip liners can go crazy. It was also enough to fill in my lips, so that way if I did want to use any of those lip products that I got earlier on that I told you about, I could just put on this lip liner, put on a little bit of moisturizer, and go. I did put on a lipstick today with it, but I think it just complemented everything so nicely. Pretty happy to see that from Real Her. I love that they're building people up. I think that is awesome, so I'm so glad to get something from the brand that I like. These are $25. It says, line your lips with ease. This creamy formula is infused with jojoba seed oil and shea butter, providing a smooth application for a natural matte finish. Apparently, if you're looking to buy this off of the pop-up, it is only $3. Ooh, Leo Carda said 100% lip liner colors I needed. And wow, I am in love with the texture. Jennifer said she actually likes both of the colors in here and they're really nice. Ooh, okay, so Alex said the colors are good, but they drag a bit. She wishes they were smoother. And they aren't really from a premium brand, so she's annoyed they're in her premium box. Great colors, okay formula, says Rebel, 3 hearts. These are really nice and creamy. The colors are great too. Unfortunately, I always forget to use lip liners because I usually just wear a tinted balm, says Nichole, so she gave it a lower score of like 3 hearts. Kayla S says, retractable built-in pencil. The only difference between this duo and the Ace Beauté duo is that this red is a little bit deeper and this nude is a little bit pinkier brown than beige brown. This is more stiff, so it's not as easy to fill in your lips if you have dry lips, so you can fill it in with some lip balm. Just a pro tip, she said. Overall, this is good and I'm happy to have more lip liners. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these too. Let's see, is that everything in the box? Am I missing anything? I think we got through it all. Oh my goodness. You guys know I love my BoxyCharms. I love going through these products with you. But again, skincare is going to take longer to play with. I want to play with some eyeshadow palettes some more. So definitely stay tuned and be subscribed because I always give you guys updates on things. And I am due for a quarterly review soon. I know. I think I'm going to do a declutter first though because I have a huge, huge bag coming your way of stuff to tell you what's crap, what's just needs to be given away because it's not good for me, and what's expired because that's embarrassing, but it's definitely in here at the moment. Thank you guys so much for watching and doing this deep dive with me every month. I know not all of you still get BoxyCharm, but you say you love going through these videos with me because, again, you can buy these products on your own. You don't have to get BoxyCharm to have to get these products if they're that good. Like I said, something shocked even me, like this Cali Glow Beauty Creations highlighter. I mean, like $14, $15, and it's good. If you happen to be new here, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of these fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single Sunday with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you still want to hang out longer, don't worry, YouTube should be recommending some videos for you right now. But if it is your time to go, I so appreciate you guys, and I just love seeing you guys every week. And I love chatting with you in the comments. Bye, friends.